All right. So, I'm going to talk about this topic of wealth inequality and the fact that our politics has gone nuts. And I have, for the past 15 years, had a theory that the more the wealth inequality got out of hand, the more our politics would go crazy to the point where something would just blow up. And there is a guy named Gary Stevenson. I'll probably link to at least one of his videos, maybe a short, just to tease you. He has a lot of podcasts and stuff like that. And my thinking is that like the more we get um, unequal, like the more the rich just get so rich, and the rest of us are just going like, like like I was just thinking, like, it doesn't matter how hard I work. Like, it does in terms of keeping my, paying my bills. But it's getting to the point where, like, it's almost impossible to get ahead. And wasn't like that in the past. And the problem with my brain is like I'm old enough to like think of people in the past who like I've seen rags to riches stories over and over in my life, but I'm starting to notice that like there's too many people on the street, and like what can I like force myself to work 80 hours a week on that's gonna make me rich? I can't think of anything. I used to. I tried and got some success. I'm not rich, but you know, um did better than a lot of people. But yeah, but you can see that like our wealth inequality in my country is absolutely insane, um, according to this chart, and our politics is absolutely insane. Like you know, even like if you compare it to say Canada, you know, I don't like their politicians. They're obviously ding dongs, but they don't have the insanity that we have here. I mean, we have absolute insanity on both sides. And I believe it's a reflection of our wealth inequality. And a lot of people, uh, what happens is, I believe, like that's my theory anyway, is that people that are like, because most of us are like in the bottom 80%, right? I would, I'm probably in like the 60% or something like that. I don't know. Uh, and compared to like most people, but most of us are down in the bottom 80. And I probably, I go insane with the rest of them. And we think that like, oh, this politician will fix it or that politician will fix it. They're laughing at us. They're lying to us. They're just walking away, running to the bank, and just, you know, and they're doing this in all the other countries on this list. It's just that it's more extreme in my country. So, yeah, I've been wanting to make a video about this because I really believe that the more this gets like this, it becomes, a problem where like the politics gets insane. And there's a guy named Gary Stevenson, as I said. I don't know if I mentioned him. I might have mentioned him. I took a couple takes. Uh, he made like probably like 5 or 6 million pounds at Citibank, and he's a younger gentleman from England, and he said that we have to tax the rich, and it's not just about getting the money to pay bills. It's about making it so they don't own everything, because they will own everything. You will not. Your kids won't own anything. Your apartment will be owned by some price gouging jerk. Um, every single thing will get owned by these people if we don't tax it and then redistribute it to some extent. Doesn't mean we have to go to communism, okay? That's not what I'm talking about. Um, but people need to talk about this. Yeah, and yeah, in my country, it's gotten absolutely insane. Um, and yeah, there's a lot of miserable people around me, and like there's homeless people everywhere. And I know they say, "Oh, blue state, whatever." Yeah, okay, they send them out here. No, 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 duh, right? That makes sense. Um, it's just not good, and I've done okay for myself, but um, hmm, you know, um, everybody's on edge in my country. So I would say just about everybody. Like I have family members with like $1 million houses that aren't sure they can retire. Like boomers. Everybody picks on boomers. Well, it's not as easy for them either. So, anyway, that's my thoughts. I do believe we need some kind of tax the ultra wealthy. Um, they hate this, by the way. They will fight this tooth and nail. They will fight it till the end. So if the populace, like that's why all this money is invested in keeping us all fighting each other, left wing, right wing, this and that. They don't like it. They don't want us uniting. That's the last thing they want to see. So, because they know, believe me, they know, and they're greedy. And I'm not saying everybody who's rich is greedy, but there's a lot of greedy rich people. Trust me, I can tell you that. So, that's what I got.